to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing why I don't think you should be quitting your full-time job and going all in on YouTube. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube from creators telling other content creators to quit their 9-to-5 and go all in on YouTube. But I don't think that you should do that, especially if you are new or if you haven't been consistent with posting on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube since 2020. I think I started around October, but I was posting here and there, and then I would get ghosts, and I would come back, and then I would get ghosts again, because what people do not tell you about being a content creator is that it is work. It is hard work, and it's a lot, especially when you're working a full-time job. Now, I'm not saying you have to be at your full-time job forever, but I'm gonna be sharing with you some things that I'm actually doing right now currently before I even think about quitting my full-time job. And maybe you can take these tips and apply them, to your life. So the first thing I'm doing before I quit my full-time job is that I am saving money. Now, I am putting money aside in my personal savings, which I do $250 every single time that I'm paid, because I have like a personal goal that I set every single year. And I use that money from, me going to work and actually getting paid, and what I have left over remaining from my paycheck after all of the bills and expenses are taken care of. Another thing that I'm doing with my full-time job income is I am investing. So you only get an investment account or 401k. At our job, it's called a thrift savings plan once you become a full-time employee. So when I first started at the post office in 2015, I was a CCA, meaning that I was like a part-time worker. I didn't have a stable route. I was bouncing all over the place. I come in, I have different off days, things like that. But now that I've became a regular mail carrier in 2018, that's when I get the full benefit package or whatever, and I'm able to invest. So the lowest amount that I can invest is 3% of my paycheck, which is what I was currently doing, because my goal was to kind of like just save more money, and I had to do that. I had to invest at the lowest amount so that I can maximize the most of my paycheck. But now, when I look back at what I actually have saved from investing, it's not like a whole lot where I feel like I should have way more than just that. So now I've started to invest 5% of my paycheck, because at that 3% that I was investing, my job only matched 1% of that of my paycheck. So I was only getting 4% inside of my thrift savings plan, compared to now that I invest 5% of my paycheck, my company matches that as well at 5%. So now I'm getting 10% total inside of this investment account. And I literally just started that in October, because that's when I usually make my New Year resolution type of goals or whatever like that. Because that's my birthday, that's when I turn another year. So I kind of like set goals for myself when it comes to like financial life and things like that. But that's another thing that I'm actually doing with my full-time job income. Another thing that I'm doing with the money that I make from my full-time job is I'm investing in myself. So when I have a little bit of money left from my paycheck after paying all my bills and expenses, I'm buying that ebook. I'm paying for that course. I'm getting some mentorship and things like that, because I do not know it all. I'm not claiming to know it all. I'm still trying to learn different things out here in this content creator space, and there are experts out here that have been doing it way longer than I have, and that may have the expertise, and I'm trying to get to the finish line a little bit quicker. So if I can pay for an ebook or a little course or some mentorship, I would definitely do that. And I have done that, and I have seen a tremendous growth within my channel and within myself as a content creator, because before I had lacked confidence to show up on camera and just to show up online. Because when I first started, I was only sharing my budgeting journey, and I was only really sharing my notebook. Like, I would record the videos and you wouldn't even see my face, because all you would get is just my budgeting notebook, because I didn't have any confidence of being on camera. I am a shy girly. So I be a little afraid to record myself. I don't know why. It's like it's not nobody there in front of me or anything like that, but it just feels like tons and tons of people are watching you. And I just didn't have any confidence at the time. But now, since I have had mentorship, now since I have been doing it, for a year or two, and only really taking it seriously since October of this year, I have kind of like gained some confidence with like being on camera, although I still get shy. I still get nervous about filming content. I'm not even gonna lie, but I kind of like, once I get to talking, once I, pump myself up, I'll be all right at the end of the day. Now, the reason why I say I'm not quitting my full-time job and going all in on YouTube yet is because I am monetized on YouTube. So let me just get that out of the way first. I am monetized on YouTube, but however, in the month of November, I didn't get a check. In the month of December, I'm not getting a check from YouTube. But in the month of January, I should receive a check because I've already passed the $100 threshold. Now, you may be saying to yourself, like, it should be easy to get to $100, but not when you're just now getting on YouTube and starting to take it consistently and not really, still trying to figure out who your target audience is, what type of content you like to create, what your channel is going to be all about. That's where I'm getting to. I really feel like even though I started this YouTube channel in 2020, I still feel like I'm brand new. Like I just started in October this year, because that's when I actually started taking it seriously. And in October, I did a challenge called Vlogtober, where I didn't necessarily vlog every single day, but I wanted to challenge myself to post a video every single day so that I can get in the habit of creating YouTube videos. And I did that. I accomplished that mission, and it felt really good to actually just talk. And it felt really good to actually talk about the things that I wanted to talk about and not so niche specific. Because like I said before, when I first started the channel, I was only talking about budgeting and having the camera showing my notebook and me writing inside of my notebook. I got kind of bored with that and kind of burnt out with it, with just only talking about money. I felt like I didn't really have a personality or anything like that. So I moved on to fashion and sneakers. But let's just be honest, not every day I'm in the mood to get up and put on outfits. So I got tired of that as well. So now in the month of October, I just created whatever I wanted to create, anything that I was experiencing at that time, things I have already experienced, things that I was actually going through. Like I just shared that, and you guys actually like those types of videos. Now I feel like I'm more in the lifestyle space where I can, talk about just life in my 40s and being on a budget and what all that entails. So that's the reason why I say I'm not necessarily quitting my full-time job yet and going all in on YouTube, because the money is inconsistent. I haven't, like I said, I haven't got paid in the month of November, and I didn't get paid, or I'm not gonna get paid in the month of December. But in January, I will receive a paycheck, but the bills are still gonna be due. Like the light bill do not want to hear that, oh, YouTube, I didn't make my monetization on YouTube. They don't want to hear that. But what I can say is that with the amount of money that you are making on YouTube, even though it may be like a small portion, because my checks have only been like a little over $100. I haven't really received a big payout yet. I keep saying yet because one day it's gonna come. It's gonna come for me. It's gonna come for you as well. So even though you may be receiving $126 check, because that was like around my first check, I think it was like $109, $106, and it still has been every time that I've gotten paid off, which I've only gotten paid off 2 times. It's only been a little over $100, but guess what? I put that $100 in my savings. That can be me starting out my emergency fund. You can put that $100 towards a light bill, and that can be you saving the money that you was gonna spend from your personal income and using YouTube income to actually take care of that bill, and you don't have to worry about it. Now you can actually go maybe get something for yourself nice, because you haven't treated yourself out in a very long time. So that's what I'm just really thinking about when it comes to like just content creator money and YouTube checks and stuff like that. I have big girl goals. I just purchased this house. I'm in all of this debt, over $300,000 worth. I got student loans, I got credit cards, I got this collection that I want to get rid of, and it's a great way to actually use that money that I'm actually making with content creation, along with still being able to use my full-time job to still make sure that I'm actually putting money aside for my emergency funds and my personal savings and investing in retirement, all of those main things that I still want to do. It kind of like just takes the stress off myself a little bit, knowing that I can still have some money left from my full-time job, and I can just use this side hustle money or this content creation money to do all of the other things. That is the reason why I'm not quitting my full-time job yet and going all in on YouTube. But if you are considering it, make sure you do all of these things that I have mentioned in this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.